Hey guys, so today, welcome to Juan's Lewis Time channel. I've been gone for a while and I apologize for that. Unfortunately, there has been a lot I can do about that. I had some health issues. So today what I'm doing is actually, you can probably see from the camera there, lens, I'm going to be doing a review on the Deep Blue watches here. This one I bought off the second-hand market. So it came in this little cardboard box. It came in this nice little case, Deep Blue precision diver case, and had some paperwork in here, little warranty card, another little polishing cloth there, and it also came with this nice Deep Blue precision diver, what looks like a watch keychain, removed before diving, so kind of cool. Anyway, the watch I want to be reviewing today is going to be the this one is called the Deep Blue Military Diver. And as you can see just from looking at the watch itself, it is, let me move this slide up a little bit further so we can get a better view of it. This is the Deep Blue Diver. This one actually is their military diver. It is a nice watch for the most part. This Deep Blue diver company started out as like a boutique watch company, so they were being sold on a lot of TV, sales channels like QVC, different types of areas. They weren't really sold in stores, at least that I know of. So anyway, the watch company was started by Stan Besh, sorry. He wanted to create tough watches, but tool divers. So he really tried to make as much as he could with what he had, and at a reasonable price. So, for most people looking for a nice watch on a budget that's able to do a lot of tool work, but be able to handle the rigorous extremes of diving. So this one here is got the blue bezel from the 12 o'clock to the 4 o'clock, and then the rest is all black. As you can see, it's a nice, beautiful bezel on there. It's got a nice grip to it. Now, just so you know, this one is actually the Swiss movement. So although it says it's Swiss made, it technically can't be called Swiss made because of the fact that there are parts here that are not from Switzerland. These are not made, like the case is not made in Switzerland. It might be made in China. Certain other pieces might be made in China, so you technically can't call it a Swiss-made watch. You can call it a Swiss-made movement because the movement that this one does have is the SW200 Sellita, which is actually a clone of the Eta. This really kind of resembles a lot of the Seiko type of movements watches. One of the things I noticed is it almost looks like a turtle. The Seiko SRP 775 series, as you can see. The only difference between this one, of course, is the crown is at the 3 o'clock and not at the 4 o'clock. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty close. There's a little difference. I can guarantee you that the lume on this one doesn't compare to the one on the Seiko. The Seiko is a lot nicer. They also make these with the Miyota movements in them, which are great watches too. Great watch movements. They actually, in my opinion, I feel them to be better and more accurate than, let's say, the Seiko NE5. But again, that's just me. That's a personal preference, so I hope nobody gets mad at me because I said that. So this one does have the black dial. It has a lume on there. It's Super Luminova. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't impressed with the lume. The watch itself, the aesthetics are great, but as far as the lume, I'm all about lume because I do dive. It does say on the Swiss Automatic there at the bottom, as you can see, it actually has the Diver 300 and then the Deep Blue logo on there. So that being said, like I said before, the SW200 is a great movement. It's beating at 28,000 beats per hour, so it does have a nice, smooth. And I don't have it wound up. Sorry about that. So you can see it's got a nice movement on there. It's just kind of just passing by nice and smoothly. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. And of course it stopped again. Sorry guys, I should have wound this up before I actually got it out to do the review. But yeah, as you can see, it's a smooth movement because it is going at a higher beat. But like I said, it's a great watch. I'm more of the ETA movements. I prefer the ETA movements just because the dependability. They've been there for a long time. And one of the reasons that the Sellita SW was created, this clone of the ETA 2824, was because of the fact that there was rumors going around that now that the ETA is owned by Swatch Watch, they were going to start minimizing how many people, how many other watch manufacturers were going to be allowed to buy watches from them, why their movement. So, you know, we, of course, as in the watch world, we need to make sure that we can secure our future. So that's kind of where that came from. Another thing that I want to mention too, that Deep Blue also makes their watches with the other types of lume too, not just the BG3, the Super Luminova, the C3. They are still doing a lot of their watches with the gas-filled barrels in them, which I really like. But you know, again, you're talking about a little bit more money, and people, well, a lot of people don't like to have that much brightness on them 24/7. Now I will go and say that this does come on a really nice rubber bracelet. I love this rubber bracelet. This is natural rubber. It starts out at 22 at the lugs here, and then makes its way down to 20. It's got your two keepers here, and then of course your stainless steel buckle. It says on there Deep Blue. It is nice and soft. I love the fact that when you wear this, I mean, it literally breathes really well to the skin, so my hands and my wrists just don't get hot. You know, it breathes. It's got a nice vent system on them, so if you are diving, swimming, whatever, you're going to be able to get the water to kind of flush out of there over time while you're wearing it, not have to actually take it off. The steel case back here, stainless steel. It does say on there Deep Blue. It does have the little diver emblem on there, military diver. It has a numbered case here, which I don't see where, I didn't get any certificate saying that it was a limited edition, so I'm not sure, because I know they make quite a few different variations in this type of watch. All stainless steel, sapphire crystal, the Sellita SW200 automatic, and 300 meters water resistant. So it also does have this nice helium escape valve here, so that's kind of nice to have, you know, in the event that you go deep diving. You know, it does have your typical deep blue crown there. It's a pretty big crown. I would say it's close to, I want to say maybe around 4 millimeters. Well, maybe, yeah, 4 millimeters, 5 millimeters. It's sturdy. So as you can see, it's kind of nice. And you pull it out once, and that's when you get your first stage, and then you pull back out once more, and you can change your hours. Like I said, it runs really nice. It's got a nice grip to it. Then pull one more down. You've got your your date control on there, which is nice and smooth. And then of course, if you want to wind it up, and there you have it. And screw down crown, which is also a nice feature. Really like the screw down crowns. I don't want to have to worry about water getting into my watches. The bezel is actually a 120 click, and the nice thing about this bezel is it actually does line up really well, unlike a lot of our other brands, Seiko's. So as you can see, it's lined up pretty well right there. I like that feature. It does glow, and I will do a glow test on it as well. The dimensions on this, according to the website, says that they're 44. It's 44 millimeters from side to side of the case, not including the crown. Tip to tip, we're talking about 51 millimeters from there to there, and as far as width, we're talking about 14 millimeters. So it sits up pretty high on there, which I'm not a big fan of. But as most dive watches do, they're pretty thick up there. So it does have a nice coin bezel. Very easy to ratchet. Maybe just a little too easy. So and I'm just putting just a little pressure on there. So if I were to just kind of zip through, well, maybe it was okay. Anyway, like I said, it does have a screw down crown. It is AR coated, so just so you're aware that it will help to kind of decrease a lot of the reflection on there. Like I said before, the Swiss Luminova on there isn't the greatest, and I'll go ahead and show you guys a real quick picture of that. Let me zoom in real quick and charge up the lume on there. Give me 1 second, guys. So, there you have it there. So you got your pip right there at the very top. I mean, and like I said, I've tested this out probably around 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 nights, and I've measured the length of time that lume stays lit, and it's around 4 to 4.5 hours. So it's not anywhere like a Seiko. I can charge up my Seiko, and my Marine Master quartz, and it'll stay on. I mean, it'll stay bright for a good 7 hours, which is crazy. But again, you're talking about $1,000 watch as opposed to, a $250 to $400 off the second market. So, anyway, watch is nice. Like I said, I give it a thumbs up as far as quality, as far as reliability, as far as comfort. If I would take anything away from this watch, I would probably say that I would want this. And again, this is not an actual ceramic bezel. This is this aluminum bezel. So I would probably go with ceramic. That'd be my only request. But then again, for a $400 watch, it's probably not going to be. It's not going to fit into that budget. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments on the bottom of my video. Please like and subscribe, and I will try to see if I can make more videos. Thanks again.